Hi everyone and welcome back, or welcome to Stitches Past 5. My name is Vera and today I thought I would share a little knitting vlog. I mean, of course this is going to be filmed over multiple days. I am going to make Kutovakika's honey cardigan. And yeah, so I'm currently in Germany and the weather is still so beautiful, so I really want to just do some knitting outside, enjoy the time outside while it still is possible before the winter comes. So yeah, I thought I would just share a little bit of that. So I have my knitting needles, my yarn is just on the terrace, and I think I'm gonna get in some really nice lunchtime knitting. Yeah, so let's see how it progresses. The pattern is a constructed cardigan, so you make it in separate pieces in a half fisherman's rib stitch, which is interesting. So let's see how that one goes. And yeah, let's see. Okay, so I just wanted to check in. I'm still outside. It's still so nice. So I'm really enjoying the last rays of sun before the winter comes. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you where we're at. I do only still have 3 of these left, but so far I've used under 3. So hopefully these will get me there. If not, then I'll just order some more. They're pretty accessible to me. But also I'm like wearing the exact same color today, and I thought that was just so fitting. I am really enjoying working with this now. It is like not as hot as it was during summer, so I can like bear like alpaca wool on me again. And yeah, I love the color, like I said, and yeah, hopefully 3 more of these will get me there. It's Saturday today and I have just kind of had a pretty chill day knitting here and there. So tomorrow's Sunday, it'll probably be pretty similar. I do have a 3-hour drive to do tomorrow, so we'll see how that kind of impacts how much I can or can't get done. But other than that, everything is looking pretty well. My grandma's very proud of this jacket I'm making, so that's always good to hear. And yeah, I maybe will finish maybe the front panel. I don't know if I'll finish it today. The other one did take me like a little bit longer than I first expected. But yeah, maybe by the end of this week I'll have a cardigan like done with the sleeves and all. I don't really know how the button band and all that is gonna work, because it is a cardigan with buttons, which I don't really have yet either. So I'll see if my grandma has some for me or if I need to go out and buy them. But for now I'm just gonna focus on the front panel and then the 2 sleeves, and then whatever finishing it requires. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'll check in again later, probably once I'm on my sleeves or even a little bit further. So it's actually looking really well. The half fisherman's rib stitch is coming along even better than I expected it to, honestly, because it is a stitch that I don't have too much experience with. So this is the front side and this is the back. So the front and the back are actually pretty similar. The back is a little bit less defined and the front is more defined. So yeah, I've almost finished my back panel now. It also worked up pretty quickly, just because the yarn is relatively thick. So yeah, I've also have not blocked this obviously, and it is going to expand. So right now it looks a little bit narrow, but I'm expecting it to go kind of like quite a lot wider. So yeah, a quick progress shot from my side. Okay, so this is what I've made so far. This is actually the right piece and then the back piece. And then I've just started working on the piece on the left. And then I have 3 panels, and then I guess all it is the sleeves and then the finishings. And then we have a cardigan. So it's actually working up quite a bit faster than I expected. I think the half fisherman's rib stitch is just like a little bit of a quicker stitch, or Yeah, so I'm super happy with this color. Hi everyone, so it is a few days, or I should say maybe like a week or 10 days later. I haven't really been knitting that much this week, or like last week I guess, just because I've been so busy with work and just things have been going on, so I really didn't have that much time. But I did start my second sleeve, so this is how far I am. I should probably show you the first sleeve, which looks like this. Kind of doesn't really look like a sleeve because I guess it's worked flat, but it will be sewn together. So yeah, you can see that there's like one increase like around about here and then another one like here. It's not really that easy to see, and I'm surprised there was only like 2 increases of 2 stitches each like throughout the entire sleeve, so that's not too many at all. So this is the first sleeve. It is like a drop shoulder, so like I guess the sleeve looks pretty short at the moment. But I am this far into my second sleeve, and the issue is that I only have this ball of yarn left for the entire cardigan. I waited and I should be able to get through the sleeve and like a little bit more, and now depending on how much yarn is required on the ribbing, this will or will not be enough. But like even if it's not enough, I could unravel a hat that I don't really wear anyways to like make up for the rest. I mean, ideally not, but if, then either that or I'll buy some more yarn. Yeah, I've really been enjoying this fisherman's rib stitch. Like, it's just like, it's kind of become mindless. And it was like a little bit intimidating at first, but yeah, I think it's also just so pretty. Like, I think it kind of looks like brioche stitch, but then it's not really. I don't know, I'm a big fan. So hopefully this weekend, like it's Friday now and then I have the whole weekend, not much planned. So hopefully I can finish it this weekend. Let's see, maybe we'll do something spontaneous that'll prevent me from doing that. I do still need to like block everything. So the pattern asks me to like, I'll show you, this is 1.5 sleeves. And then of course I have like the front panel, then we have the back panel, which is like very big, ta-da, and then we have the other front panel, so it is like a lot of panels. And the pattern asks you to block everything before you sew it together, which makes sense, I guess, because then you kind of know how big it's gonna be after blocking. So I'll probably do that. I might have to do it in like 2 batches because I only have 1 blocking mat and it just seems like a lot of fabric. So yeah, that's the plan. Then block everything, sew it together, do the buttons. Like, y'all came through and gave me some button recommendations, so that was really nice. I think I'm gonna go for the light color buttons. Yeah, so that's kind of where my cardigan is at. I just wanted to check in because I am maybe like a 1/3 way through the second sleeve, so I am nearing kind of the end. It'll be a game of yarn chicken, but we shall see. And yeah, I'll show you how the blocking and everything goes, because I'm also just curious, like mostly how much it'll expand, because I've had the issue with brioche stitch where I made something that fit and then it grew like 100 sizes and then I wasn't able to wear it anymore. So we'll see how this one goes, but I am working according to pattern and the pattern takes it into consideration. I'm just not 100% sure my yarn will behave the same way as the yarn in the pattern, so we'll see. But it's a cardigan, so I guess it can be a little bit oversized. That's totally fine. Hi everyone, so quick update on my cardigan. I have just taken it off my blocking board, so I can put this back together now, I guess. And I've started sewing it together. So it blocked pretty evenly, I would say. I did like some with steam blocking and some wet blocking just because I wanted to see like if it will make a difference, and it didn't really make a difference. So literally now I have this like weird big piece of cardigan kind of sewn together, kind of not really. But the fun part is that we can like start seeing, so we can start seeing how it's gonna look, which is so fun. I love it. I mean, obviously I haven't even sewn the sleeves like to each other right now. The sleeves are just pieces, like rectangles. So I guess I have to come in and sew these together here. Oh, I'm super excited. It blocked so nicely too. Like the stitches didn't really lose any definition. I was worried about that because it kind of depends on the wool as well. but it blocked really nicely. I don't really see a big difference between pre and post blocking, which is always nice, I think. This is the back. I mean, probably sew it together throughout the day. And then you have to like essentially go in here and then knit on the button band. I have only a little bit left of the yarn, so I don't know if I have no idea. It's so hard to gauge with the drops air because it's like a lot more than what it looks like just because it runs really light and long. But we'll see. I'll try to definitely finish my button bands. Otherwise, I'll just order more. It's okay, it's fine. And also, now I can see why I did the ribbing, because the ribbing blocked like less wide than the fisherman's rib stitch, or than the half fisherman's rib stitch. So now I can see a difference. Like this is evidently like smaller than this part out here. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna screw on my needles here again. I use the Prim like exchangeable needles, which I'm loving. Like these wooden needles are amazing. I love these, and it just makes knitting like a lot more fun with some good needles. So now I'm going to train. I'm gonna go my running training, but after that I'll probably spend the evening finishing this or trying to sew on the button band, trying to sew this together. I mean, knit on the button band, sew this together. And then I'm so close to being done. I love the color. I think it really suits me. I think it's such a beautiful burgundy, like red, deep red color. And yeah, I am really excited for this being done. It's taken like longer than expected just because I've been kind of busier. Like it worked up pretty well, but I've not been able to find that much time to actually knit stuff. But yeah, it's always like the after work, I'm kind of too tired, and then dinner and training and all that comes along, and then it's like 8:30 by the time I start knitting in the evening, and that's pretty late for me because we do go to bed quite early. But very happy with this. Yay. Okay. Hi everyone. So I started seaming the jacket together and making the button band, and I finished one side of the button band, so I just wanted to show you. I'm like kind of happy with it. I mean, obviously it's not done yet, but I have reached the end of my wool, so I'm gonna undo the hat that I have. But here's the button band, and it has like all the button holes as well in it. The only thing is that it's like super wide at the top, so like I'm wearing a tank top now, but you can really see how wide it is. It's like almost like at where my shoulders are. And yeah, so I'm probably gonna make like the neck like collar quite a bit more. I might even do just some straight, like maybe I'll try to add some fisherman's rib stitch, because in like the pictures she does have it like until here, but the band is like, the color is like not more than this, I would say. So that's where we're at. It also like the drop shoulder, like it's very high. So like I was kind of expecting like some oversized sleeve construction, but it is like kind of right at my armpit. On this side, like I sewed on this side, and on this side I kind of like pulled it down to sew on. So here, I think I like this construction a little bit more. So I'll probably undo this and like sew it on like down here, stretch it out a little bit. But this is where we're at. So yeah, I love the length, by the way. I don't know. I'm not sure I love the seaming either. Like I just did a regular seam, but it is quite like pronounced. But I think I'm just gonna keep going and then see kind of where it ends up. So yeah, I'll check in again once it's done to show you the finished project. So I think I'm happy to report that my cardigan is finished, or at least bar the buttons, which I'm still unsure about, but let me show you. I'm super happy with this. Oh, it's so fun. So I have now sewn in all the ends. I have, or most of the ends, I think I have one here still, but that's a problem for later. Yeah, so this is the finished product. I hope you can see it well. Yeah, this is size small, so it kind of, you know, according to the pattern, it was exactly in accordance with my measurements. Essentially, the last bits were sewing everything together and then adding the collar and adding the button band. Yeah, so one thing that I'm not too happy, it sounds so negative, but like one thing I'm a little bit like, oh, about is the sleeves. So let me kind of show you that this is how the sleeves turned out. And you can kind of see that the sleeve is like very poofy here, and then like pretty tight here. And I actually tried to solve this with the other sleeve by sewing it on differently. So this one looks a little bit less dramatic, but this one especially, like, I just wish that there was like another increase when I was making the rectangles of the sleeves higher up in the sleeve. I think it would have made a little bit more of like a drop down sleeves. Maybe even 2 or 3 more increases in all honesty, because like this is a very high underarm line. So yeah, I think wearing it like this, it's really fine, and like I'm probably the only one that's ever gonna be bothered by it. But I just wish that's something that like was in the pattern, or yeah, it's hard to measure because you only figure these things out after blocking. So I think one takeaway, if you're gonna make this pattern, if that's like on your list of things to make, maybe something for you to write down, is that maybe give it another sleeve increase higher up on your rectangle. Essentially, the pattern tells you to increase twice in the sleeve by 1 stitch each, and that just, in my opinion, is not enough. I sewed on this one, I noticed it, and then here I kind of like tried to drag it down or like pull it down a little bit. So this is the same shape, I just like pulled it a little bit while I was sewing it on. Nevertheless, I really love it. I love the color. I think I've said that 100,000 times now, but I just do. You gave me advice on the buttons. I'm gonna sew them on. I have the buttonholes anyways here, so I might as well just sew them on and see if I use them. I mean, I wore this to work already once now, and I didn't really feel like I was missing the buttons, so that's why I chose to film now, because I'm not sure if I'll ever put them on. Because for now, I'm just so happy with it. It's so warm. My yarn choice was a good one because come the winter, I'm gonna be freezing cold, and this is, I know, gonna keep me warm. I chose the Drops Air alpaca yarn, and I wore it, like I said, one day, and I literally took it off after a few hours because it was way too warm. But I guess it's a good thing because it's not really winter yet, but I know it's coming, so there we go. Other things about the pattern, I don't have too much to say in all honesty. It was pretty easy to follow. Like, I mean, I kind of took you along with it anyways, but now in retrospect, wearing it, I did like have to cast off this band here twice because the first one was too tight, but that's my mistake or my not thinking, so that's not even something that I would even, you know, put as a note with the pattern. But overall, I'm so happy with this. Thank you, Kutovakika or Veronica Lindberg, for this beautiful, beautiful pattern of the book. Yeah, but I think I'll leave it here. So I hope you enjoyed my knitting vlog, knit along, whatever you want to call it. My process of creating this lovely, lovely cardigan. If you want to make it, feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below, just about my experience making, maybe something that I missed out sharing or something like that. Yeah, other than that, super happy with it. Thanks for coming along, and if you like this, I'd love for you to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.